We are MakilalaTV, the first Filipino-American TV talk show in the New York metro area. Get to know us as we talk to the community leaders, innovators, advocates, and emerging artists who affect Filipino-American life.
The Philippines' recent economic growth is highly dependent on the overseas Filipino worker, the nation's modern heroes. However, in the pursuit of the American dream, Filipinos sometimes fall into the hands of traffickers. Human trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery affecting 21 million people around the world. According to the 2014 Global Report from United Nations on Drugs and Crime, 49% of the victims are adult women. Does trafficking happen in New York? Chances are, no matter where you live, it is happening nearby. From a woman hired as a teacher who ended up working 24/7 as a nanny, to the girl taken at a bus stop and forced into prostitution, to the woman brought here against her will, working in a sweatshop or a restaurant, who had her passport taken, one thing is common: the loss of freedom. Is there a way to protect these workers? Is there a way out? Is there life after human trafficking? I'm Jen Fuhrer, and this is MakilalaTV. Joining me in the discussion are my co-hosts Rochelle Ocampo and Cristina Pastor. Our special guests are two courageous women, Annie Bello, the president of Maharlika Cleaning Cooperative, and Carmen Fajardo, a trafficking survivor. Annie, Carmen, welcome to Makilala.
Thank you.
Okay, so Carmen, let me start with you. You wrote, my employer brought me here against my will.
Yes.
I guess if you can explain.
Before that, when I started with them, our salary given like 3 months late, 4 months, and then comes to 10 months. When then 10 months come, I want to go home. Because when they're planning to come here in the States, it's April 2010. That's my end of contract with them. Will end at May 1. So I said, it's gonna be 1 week. So I begged them off that I want to go home with my kids because that's the first time that I'm going, that's the first time I was away with them.
Carmen, excuse me, your employers are diplomats, right?
Yes, they are one of the royal families of Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So I begged off. I said, I want to go home. I want to see my kids. Even though you don't want to give me my 10 months salary, it's okay. Just give me 1 way ticket. So no, they need you. You need to come. Okay, if you will bring me to America, I will tell the police that you're not giving me my salary because the embassy told me that I have my rights the same as the U.S. citizen. Mm-hmm. Still, they brought me here. So I told them my contract with them are done here in America. And the doctor of the princess said, "Oh, she will renew your contract." No, I'm sorry, I don't want to renew anymore. I want to go home.
What did you do after that?
Yeah, how did you get out? How did you escape?
The U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia gave me a small book where there is a telephone number of the human trafficking hotline, and they told me that if your rights are violated in the States, you contact this number. But I don't know what's the rights that they have violated to me, but I decided to call that number, and I told them my situation is, and they said, okay. They asked me the time that they can contact me. I said, I'm working 8 o'clock in the morning. I will be in the hospital. There's no people around. You can call me. So the following morning, they called me, and they gave me an organization who will help me. So that's the start. And then they told me that they booked me in a hotel for 3 days. Mm-hmm. And then, so you can bring out your stuff because we are free moving in the hotel.
You're already in New York at this time,
yes.
Right? Okay.
We arrived here April 27 of 2010.
So while
And
you
this,
were
yeah, go ahead, Jen.
while you were in Saudi Arabia, is that right? While you're not Qatar or whatever it was, while you were there, you couldn't get out. You couldn't.
We're not allowed to get out. We don't have any days off. We're allowed to get out only on we just need to make an alibi to get out.
But how were you able to come to the U.S. without alerting the immigration there that you were being trafficked? Did you go through immigration?
No, we're not going through immigration. Because we're flying through a private plane, so immigration comes out in the plane. Because how do I know? Because I saw all our passport lying on the table.
So you never had your passport with you?
No.
They had it the whole time.
Yes.
So you were essentially trafficked even when you were in the Middle East? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you came here to continue that situation that you were under?
Yes, we're roaming around the city without any IDs.
So, and then you contacted the Philippine authorities, you said something.
No, it's not the Philippine authority. It's the U.S.
The US authorities.
It's the U.S. Human Trafficking.
Okay.
Because it's the U.S. Embassy who gave me that number.
Okay. So please continue.
And then, when I am here, my employers always had a thinking that I am gonna run away, because they're always bringing me whenever my patient is. They bring me to Europe. They bring me. That's why
When you say patient, are you in the medical field or?
I am a caregiver
You're
back
a
home.
caregiver.
I'm a certified caregiver in the Philippines. So I'm working side by side with a doctor in Saudi Arabia, taking care of the bedridden mom.
Oh.
So we are free to move around when we are in other countries, but without a passport.
But how did they treat you? How did the family treat you? Were you treated nicely?
I am treated nicely. The thing is, I'm working long hours.
She didn't
From
get
8
paid.
o'clock,
She didn't get paid, yeah.
I'm working from 8 o'clock in the morning up to 8 o'clock in the mornings.
So
Every day.
Oh my gosh, over 10 months of not getting paid.
I'm still working.
And still working and not getting paid.
Yes,
Just
I'm
the
still
endurance
working.
that you had to go through.
Wow.
I'm gonna switch to Annie a little bit because that's like that's your story. It's the
Yeah.
story of a lot of people in your co-op, in your group. In fact, I guess you're exposed in that
Yes.
kind of community.
Yes.
They even
exactly.
wanted to talk about my unwanted shattered dream.
Yeah.
But you're the president of Maharlika Cleaning Co-op, which is owned by women.
Yes.
All the owners are co-workers. I mean,
Yes,
are the and most of them are human trafficking survivors.
Exactly.
So you may want to say more about it.
Well, actually, this Maharlika Cleaning Cooperative now, most of our members are human traffic, but some are not. And we are creating this cooperative to create sustainable job for everyone, so that we can help people out there who needs job as well. And we created a very good relationship to one another, because as what they said, no man is an island. So we need to be chained to one another so that we can able to help one another. If you need job, if you need someone to talk to, and of course we build a good relationship, not only for ourselves as cooperative, we build relationship as well to our clients, and we use a very friendly products to.
How is business so far? Annie?
Our business
Do you have a lot of clients?
Not a lot of clients. We have clients. That's why thank you so much for this opportunity that we are here in MakilalaTV show, that people out there who needs cleaning services, please contact Maharlika Cleaning Cooperative, and we need more clients. That's why we are here, because there are more incoming members to Maharlika Cleaning Cooperative, but we don't want to accept more members if we cannot sustain their jobs. So right now, we are looking forward to be successful in this business so that we can help people.
Can you give them an idea of who are your clients right now, so that other Filipino offices might be interested in getting in touch with you?
Yeah, our clients mostly are from foundation people like Brooklyn Community Foundation and North Star Fund. There's some lady who's working over there, and some are nonprofit organization like Adhikar. So and others as well. So as of now, we are truly in need for more clients.
And
That's our
Ani,
vision.
whenever I think of Maharlika, the word Maharlika, I actually think of the restaurant that we have here in New York City, who's owned by Nicole Ponseca.
Yeah.
So can you tell me, how did you come up with the name Maharlika for your cleaning cooperative?
Actually, there is the Maharlika ladies now has a story behind the scene. Last 2 months ago, month of July, someone told us that we have to start name change for our group. So
Because he used to.
yeah, because we used different name at the time, and when on the way home, I start crying because it's so very heart-wrenching experience. So it occurs to me the Maharlika name, because the Maharlika name means powerful and precious.
Exactly, which is what Filipino women are, right?
Yeah, all of us are powerful and precious. So that's why we called our co-op Maharlika, because you see those beautiful ladies.
Of course.
They are very precious people.
Yeah.
I mean, I am your story. You have to tell both all your stories, because there are women out there who are scared, who don't think they have a way out. I mean, you were working for, it seems like a very rich person, a diplomat or
Royalty, member
or a
of royalty,
royal
yeah.
member
Royal
of
family.
And most people are scared in that position. I mean, how did you get the courage to, both of you, I'm going to answer, how did you get the courage to get past it? How did you get the courage to move on and, get a different direction?
You know, when you're a family, when you have a family and you have kids depending on you, and when I did that, I didn't know that I have it.
That's true.
I didn't know that I have it, but I want what I want during those times is to see my kids. You know the Ondoy one. My house is one of the big, one of them. It flooded. Then just my kids and my house help and my other son are there. It's good that they are out when the flood came to our house. So when I told I need to go home, I need to do this, I said, you cannot get out when you are in the country or in Saudi. You cannot run away from them. But you are in America. You can do this. But if I want to get out and stay here in America, I want to fight them legally.
So what did you do when you got here? We wanted to know the steps so that other people can learn from your experience, maybe?
Maybe the first sign is when they gave me the number. The U.S. Embassy gave me a number to call. And I have I don't have plan to run away here in America and stay TNT.
TNT is
Being
Tago ng
illegal.
Tago.
Yeah. Without any papers because I want to see my kids.
You just wanted to go back to the Philippines.
I want to go back, but I threw away that book. I threw it away. But I have a roommate, and I said, they're always thinking that I'm gonna run away. Okay, you want a problem? I'm gonna give you a problem. I told them. I got the book, and I called them. I don't know what will happen if I call this number, but I need to call them. I need to do this. I need to get away. On the other line said, what do you want to do? I want to get out of my employer, because they did
Very
this
important
one.
statement, yeah.
They asked me what are your situation there. My situation here is still good, but you know the people of Saudi, they change mind so easily. I work 7 days a week, no days off, more than 10 hours a day, every day from 8 to 1 o'clock in a.m. And then I'm going around the city without any passport.
What did they recommend that you do?
So they said, oh, how can we contact you?
Was there any agency that helped you?
Yes. The following day, the people who I contacted, they gave me an organization.
What is that organization?
The Safe Horizon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Safe Horizon booked us. I said us because we are two.
Oh, okay.
They book us in a hotel somewhere in
Brooklyn, New
in
York.
West Side.
In West Side.
By the
Yeah.
time you had the courage already to move away, to run away from
Yes.
your employer. That takes a lot of, you know,
Because
guts.
when
Yeah.
when you have a goal and you want to do it, you need to
I
pursue
know.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have that in me, because I am the one who just work and work. But if you are planning to do something more, you can do it.
So, and all the women that you're kind of leading, since you're president of this group, these are all the women in your group. So
Yes.
how do
You have a lot of courageous women in your group.
Yes, I think all of us. Actually, even though you are not human traffic, everybody, all this lady has their own story. Some of them are battered wife, some of them are not treating right. somehow.
Get any help from the Filipino community?
Actually, we're the Maharlika right now. We want to appreciate the MakilalaTV show, that this is one thing that you're helping us.
Aside from us.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, to move on. To move on for what we had experienced in the past.
I
And
have a quick question. Do you have a mail order women in your group?
no, not yet.
Not yet.
No, we don't have that.
Well, Ani, I want to ask you. You hear these different stories that are from the people in your organization. What are some of the signs that people should watch out for? And like, wait, this is not right. This is not something that's legal. What are some signs that people should look out for?
Well, actually, you first and foremost, you should know yourself where you stand on, so that you will not be confused, and you will see when people are not treating you right, when people are only using you for their own needs. Nobody wants to use you, because we are human. We have spirit, body, and soul. We are not things to use. We are here to help each other, to support each other, and to be nice to each other, and to create very harmonious relationship within our community, with our countrymen, and with our employer as well. So if you see that the people are not treating you right, I think you should be brave and courageous to say, wait a minute, this is not right. Don't treat me this way. Don't discriminate me this way. Don't discriminate my ability that I can do this,
you
that
don't
I can
deserve
do
it.
that.
That's
Yeah,
what he's saying.
because all of us has a gift, different gifts, all of us. So everybody has a chance to prove herself that she can be a good leader somehow. We don't know where, when, but still we are gifted.
That's really good. How do they get a hold of Maharlika Cleaning Cooperative? You have your website, your
Yes, we have a website, cleaningmaharlika.coop, and we have our phone number.
That's the name, Cleaning Maharlika or Maharlika Cleaning?
This
Maharlika
is this is
Cleaning.
Maharlika Cleaning Cooperative.
You confused me.
Yes, sorry. And we have 646-661-5650. This is our contact number. And we have a P.O. Box 1254, New York City, 10159, maharlikacleaning.coop.
you can tell you can tell I'm wrapping it up.
Yeah.
We can extend this for like an hour.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned earlier they held your passport. I think that's one of the signs that you are being trafficked is that they hold on, they hide your passport from you.
They hide your
So
passport, yeah.
in few seconds, because we're closing, what can you advise, advise the women out there?
To all the women who's been abused, who's been abused, hurt verbally or physically, don't be afraid, because if you don't come strong, nothing gonna change your life. You need to be strong. You need to do what is right. If your passport has been taken, you've been working long hours, or and somebody's gonna tell you, oh, you're gonna be sent back home. No, they're wrong. Somebody's gonna help you if you're gonna come out in the open. We need to let our voices hear. So something's gonna get something heard.
Wait,
I
what
guess-
happened? Did the royal family, Carmen, did they pay you? Did you get paid for the 10 months that they did not pay you?
Just before they bring me here.
Oh, they paid you. Oh.
Yes.
Oh gosh, there's so many more questions
There's
we
so
want to
many
ask.
more. There's more to my story.
You know what
mean-
I did with that? I talked to the son.
Oh, the sign is okay. The
I
sign
mean, the
is-
reason why I got involved with this is that I was on Facebook, I think it was 3 years ago, and I was typing and I got this message on Messenger. Somebody from Qatar, a daughter, needed help. It's like, oh, please, can you please help my mother? I'm like, when I first read it, I go like, this can't possibly be true. And then...
Sounds like a hoax.
It's like, and I go like, and I read it again, and I started crying. Well, that's not nothing new. I cry anytime. The story, it was like, and then there were 3 Filipino teachers who were being held, and they couldn't escape. And I showed it to, I was working with FIOS then, and then before I know it, I was talking to this woman through Facebook for 9 days, through Thanksgiving, until the time she was rescued. Even the day that she was being rescued, it was like it was like chaotic because they wouldn't let her out of the hotel. They like, and the women that were there is another thing. Some of the women who are, I guess, like a battered wife syndrome, they didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
They didn't know whether maybe this is normal to be here, to be in this state. But as you said, you really don't know. It's almost, and I was like, it can't be happening in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it
think that's
did.
one of the best decisions you did.
Yeah.
Come to the United States. Because here, it's
There's more
it's an
opportunity.
equitable society.
Or
You know.
so we
Because you
try.
cannot do anything.
Yeah.
You need to come.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but sadly, our conversations have come to an end. Annie, Carmen, to all the women behind the co-op, thank you so much. There is so much more to discuss, as you can tell. But for now, your voice, your story will definitely inspire and give hope to others who wish we're able to give justice to your strength and courage. And to us as a community, let us show our resolve and support them at maharlikaCleaning.coop. And as a public service announcement to all Filipinos and Filipino-Americans, assistance to nationals, or ATN, is one of the pillars of the Philippine foreign policy. If you're in distress and in need of help, please don't hesitate to contact the Philippine Consulate General in New York by calling 212-764-1330 or extension 4007. Or you can get the hold of them on Facebook, because most of them don't have access to phone. Get them hold of them on Facebook at PH Consulate in New York. So before we close our show with a musical number, I'd like to thank you all for inviting us into your homes. To all our supporters, the production cast, the crew here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, thank you, maraming salamat. So ulitin until next time. So now that we're done crying, are you ready to karaoke? Okay, let's give a round of applause to the model, singer, host, and practical nurse, Michelle. Oh, before I forget, I want to thank my co-hosts, by the way, Rochelle Ocampo and Christina Pastor, for this emotional but really important topic.
Yeah.
Michelle from Prom the Productions, King and Queen of Hearts concert on October 9th, singing One Hello, a composition by Randy Crawford. Michelle, take it away.
If you're not afraid of what love brings, fun endings are beginnings. Beautiful face is a chance you take, a chance you'll win. If someone's gonna find you, first you gotta let them in, 'cause love begins with one hello. The hardest part is over, now it's easy letting go. One hello, here's how it starts. You might win in love or lose your heart. If you're not afraid we say goodbye. Remember, my friend, goodbye's not praying. It's a circle, you know, and it starts with one hello. Oh, love begins with one hello. The hardest part is over.